Hey there, Sean here, and today I wanted to talk to you about health being a priority. Well, I guess it's a question. Is your health a priority? Now, I want you to think about that. People would probably say, yes, it is a priority. I want to be healthy, I want to be fit, I want to have energy, I want to live longer, and I want to be around for those people that are close to me. But my question to you, is it really a priority? So, if you say it is, I want you to prove it to yourself. Now, I want to give you an example. Here's a fairly standard 24-hour day. Okay, so this is a weekday. On the weekends, it would look a lot different. Now, there are 24 hours in every day, 168 hours in every week. And that's one thing that we all have access to. Everybody has the same amount of time in a day and the same amount of time in a week. Now, this is a standard work day, or could be standard for some people, could be a bit different for some people. And I want to give you some examples as to why I'm not sure whether health is a priority for you and how I want you to prove to yourself that it's a priority. So, over the last few months, I've been sending my wife Liz some calendar invites through my Google Calendar. And these invites have been for going to maybe the pub with some mates, going on a trip away with some mates, the Christmas party that we've got coming up shortly, a golf day, anything like that. Now, I'm not actually inviting her to those events, but I'm actually putting those events into my Google Calendar so that Liz is aware that that's what I'm doing that day and that we know that there's going to be somebody at home with the kids. That is, unless we're doing something together and we get a babysitter. My point being is that I put these events into my diary. They're in my calendar, so they become a priority on that day. Nobody can get in the way of those events. Now, it goes both ways, trust me. Liz sends me calendar invites as well, so don't just think that I'm telling her when she needs to be at home and when I'm going out. It goes both ways. It's very much a 50-50 relationship, in my opinion. Okay, but with all the available time on a given day, could we start to think about prioritizing health and scheduling health-related activities? And I'll give you some examples. A health-related activity might be planning what you're going to eat for the week, or planning what you're going to eat for the day. And then it might be going shopping for ingredients for food. You might plan out when you're going to cook food. You might plan out when you're going to exercise, and even planning out when you're going to sleep. And obviously there are a few other things that go with well-being, like social outings, spending time with loved ones, maybe even planning those into your day as well. But my question to you is how often do you plan exercise, meal planning, shopping for ingredients, and cooking into your day? Now, this was made apparent to me a long time ago when I was talking with a business consultant, and he said to me to make sure that I put my workouts in my calendar so nothing else can get in the way of those workouts. Now, I normally train at 2 o'clock during the day. So what I want you to ask yourself is, in this standard day, as you can see, let's say from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning, hopefully we're going to be asleep. But normally for most people, and not everyone's the same, between 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning, we've got 3 hours. What could you put into those 3 hours that will benefit your health short and long term? Normally from this 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, most people are at work by then, or school, or uni, or whatever it is. But you know, some people have some vacancies throughout the day as well. But I'm going to allow about an hour throughout the day where you might shoot out, grab something to eat from across the road, you might go for a walk, you might be able to go to the gym, you might go to the shops and buy some healthy food. So there's another hour there of opportunity to spend time on your health. And these other 3 hours, 2 o'clock to say 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, another 3 hours back at work. As I said, it varies for everyone. But look at this last block here. Between 5 o'clock in the afternoon and 9 o'clock at night, we've got 4 hours up our sleeve. So surely we can, put in things like meal planning, shopping for groceries, exercise, cooking, all those things can fit in there. And then we've got all these hours for sleep. Here I've allowed 10 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the morning for sleep. So there's plenty of hours throughout the evening to be sleeping, and you've still got all this 3, 4, 8 hours outside of that and outside of a typical work day to prioritize your health. So I want you to prove to yourself that health is a priority. And I want you to do that by looking at your calendar and looking at your week, looking at your days, especially on weekends. We've got lots of time on weekends where if we're really prioritizing our health, other things won't get in the way. I want you to consider scheduling in those items that I said before: meal planning, groceries, cooking, exercise, even scheduling in sleep, and making them non-negotiables. That's right, nothing else gets in the way. Because if you find yourself, say, skipping a gym session, avoiding going to the shops, maybe skipping meal cooking, what are you replacing it with? Are you replacing it with a healthy priority? Or are you replacing it with somebody that might be detracting from your health? Maybe socially immediate reward, great, but long term, is it detracting from your health? So make a priority to yourself to go home, check out your diary, schedule in the activities. Now, in terms of exercise, it could be walking, could be like the Fit by Christmas challenge that we're doing at the moment, making time to fit that into your schedule. Could be a personal training session, which you're going to schedule and make it a non-negotiable. And then your cooking, your groceries, and your actually meal times, and everything else can fit around that. So make health a priority and schedule it in, make it non-negotiable, and let's see you get fitter, healthier, and have more energy moving forward.